Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, this is Boisterous, come to you some Masters League Magnificence out of map Antigua Shipyard. Spawning up here is the light reddish, I would say light reddish, Protoss. We have CecilSunkure. Interestingly and slightly difficultly hard to pronounce name, and down here in the bottom left hand corner we have a Ruin as the just generically blue generically blue Terran. Because Terrans are the things with robots and human faces. I guess Protosses are also the things with, robots and human faces. In fact, the only race without any robots is the Zerg. Do they have any robots? No. I do not believe the Zerg have any robots. So, that's that. We have both players dropping down their supply structures, pylons and supply depots respectively, of course. The supply depot is going down at the ramp, probably going to try to cancel some scouting, not sure if it's going to work yet. The pylon has gone down right next to the Nexus. This probe, trying to figure out what he wants to do with his life. I don't even know what he wants to do with his life. He's kind of just chilling around. This probe's chilling around too. And there we go, dropping down the gateway. Are we going to see... This is not a wall. That SCV definitely just walked through right here. Okay, so scouting will not at all be stopped. I don't think it will even be inhibited slightly by that supply depot. Ruin, I'm sorry to say, but it would appear that you screwed up a little bit. Not a lot. Granted, not a lot. However, definitely a small amount. Next time I would not do that. Spawning in right here is a gateway. And a second barracks is being dropped. I would like to say I think he planned this, but I do not think he planned this. He wasn't sitting there being like, okay, how do I become the next Bonjour? Misplaced supply depots in ways that they look misplaced, but they're really not. I'll just put supply depots in odd locations. And does he have like... What is that symbol? Is that the Mobius symbol? I have no idea. Well, the probe is being chased off by the SCV. The SCV throwing on his angry hat, grabbing his pitchfork, and chasing the monster right on out of town. What a dick. This probe just wants to know. This probe just wants to know the secret of life. He just wants to be a real boy. The cybernetics core is coming down after the one gate Nexus. So, very fast Nexus, I would say. It was like a 3-minute. It was like a 3.5-minute Nexus, give or take. So, yeah, definitely speedy. And it looks like a pylon does get dropped. And is this Marine really going to be like, I wonder what that probe was doing? He just walked on over and tagged into the gas for half a second and ran off. It was very, very suspicious. Apparently, this Marine does not feel like walking back over there to investigate the problem any further. And this probe is going to escape quite nicely. Because Marines cannot run fast. Sadly, they throw on that power armor and they're like, oh, it weighs so much. It's like 4 tons. Why can't I run speedy? It's because you're lazy and fat, Marine. Get the jogging. I think like the Marine idle thing should just be them jogging in place, getting ready to like go on the hunt. Yeah, that's right. The Marauder is popping out. And both players have expanded. Both players are kind of just sitting there chilling, going for economical openings. And it would appear that there is a pylon in Ruin's base that this SCV just kind of saw when he was trying to build a supply depot. He was like, what is this crazy crystal formation? That would look like a pylon. So they called it a Marauder, and the Marauder is now currently dealing with it. And Marauders can destroy buildings. Not sure if you guys knew. Yeah, that's right. That pylon is getting wrecked. These stalkers are just chilling at their base, not doing anything too important. Stim is being upgraded as the first upgrade, actually no, the second upgrade after concussive shells. So, you know, those stalkers should be afraid, actually, because marauders with concussive shells can take them out pretty efficiently. They're not bad units. It would appear that 7, 6, 7 gateways have been going up. Force the CecilSunkure. Of course, he has no real tech going on. At least I do not see Twilight Council, nor do I see one in my production tab. So I'm gonna guess that he isn't going for a Twilight Council. Instead, he's going for a Forge, and I think my game's really loud. However, that might just be because the Protoss is a very loud and obnoxious race. No, I'm fine. Protoss is just a very loud and obnoxious race. Freaking Protoss with all their sound effects. It sounds extremely loud. Yeah, this pylon is going down quite aggressively, and this Terran Bioforce is pretty substantial. However, there's like 5 sentries, and everybody knows that sentries will win every fight that they ever participate in. Because you can't really lose when all you need to do is drop a mountain in their way. Yeah. So I'm not sure who's actually going to come out on top. I guess it all depends on force field micro at this point. Because if there's good force fields for these zealots, then these zealots will absolutely clean up and win the game. And if there's not so good force fields, then these zealots will kind of like whiningly trying to bash down the crystally things, and it just doesn't work. Reasonable force fields, trapping a few marauders, getting it done. However, some of them are getting into those bunkers. He really needs to snipe the second bunker now. Or he can just keep going for the actual engagement. He's microing into the Terran force. Not effectively, to tell you the truth. These Guardian Shields should be dropped. Guardian Shields, of course, give all of your units bonus versus ranged. And bonus versus ranged versus a Terran player is freaking spectacular. It would appear that our Protoss buddy is now being forced off the property. However, he does not want to go. He is staying right there. And this bunker is getting a bit low. This bunker does go down. However, this Terran force is gonna, I don't know. I mean, this Terran force is pretty crazy because it's just like 19 marauders. However, with the zealots, it's doing this Protoss force is doing a very nice job, just because zealots do not, of course, take the extra damage from marauders. They eat a lot of damage for an amazing amount of damage for their stalker compadres, and it makes it extremely hard just to snipe them, because if you try to snipe out the stalkers, you need to be taking that damage from the zealots, and that damage from the zealots hurts like hell. So we have CecilSunkure kind of pulling back, just chilling out, and I know I'm kind of pronouncing his name like it's French, and it's probably not, but ours sound way better in the French way, because they're all like, yeah. These zealots are breaking up the ramp, being extremely annoying, as I've stated in the past. These stalkers are going to be doing quite a lot of damage here, and oh my god, you might break it. Oh, you should go up into the main. You should definitely start going up into the main. Once you get into this position against the Terran player, you should just go for camping their freaking production. I understand, you know, this is a lot of SCVs and it's hard to keep that up. However, you cannot let them sit in their main base and just pool units together, because they will do it and they will win the game that way. They will push you off and they will win. So he should be hopping up into the main base at this point. He's killed all of the SCVs. And if he goes for that main base, there's nothing for the Terran player to defend with. Just go for the throat, CecilSunkure. Go for the throat or pull one back. It would appear that he's just going for the throat of the natural. However, this is what I'm talking about, is that these Terrans, every wave their army gets, you know, twice as strong as it was before. 3 times as strong as it was before, because in a production cycle, that's just how they produce. And it would appear that this Terran player might be breaking down the ramp, but this is still a shit ton of zealots. this is going to be very sketchy. I don't know who's going to take the lead. These zealots are kind of being a bit like, wishy-washy, and that's might be their downfall. I mean, along with the fact that he didn't actually just go for the kill like he should have. And now Ruin has an amazing position at the top of this ramp, and these Marauders are just going to absolutely tear their way through these Stalkers. And it would appear that the Protoss army is going to be forced back. CecilSunkure, of course, is basically still in the pseudo all-in phase, and it's done a ton of damage. Don't get me wrong, it has done exactly the amount of damage he needed it to do. However, I think at this point he might just want to back off and stop, because this Terran army has gotten too big, and Ruin is, he's doing his best MKP in a Sith Lord hood impression, and just absolutely microing his heart out against these units. And it would appear that a bit of overstims might get Ruin in a bad position. These units all do not have a lot of life, and the Zealots come in along with the Stalkers. However, this fresh batch of units is going to be sure to take out Ruin's forces. This is kind of awkward for both players. This is actually really awkward for both players, I would say, because they both have reasonable economies. However, at the same time, they're both fighting with like base level amounts of units. And Ruin is finally going to get the pylon, one of the pylons. There's like 14, and he's actually not going to go for the other pylon. He should probably go for the other pylon. I mean, it wouldn't hurt. And it would appear that Ruin has stabilized. He does have a reasonable Terran force up here. CecilSunkure it does not have a reasonable Protoss force, really. Ruin is definitely, he just got the upper hand after those last few engagements. He is building his command center again. He is going to have a lot less income than his opponent for a little bit into this game. However, with this army, he might be able to bust up here and do some damage, primarily because CecilSunkure, again, just doesn't have anything. Has he been trying to tech? I'm trying to figure out why he doesn't have anything, because he should have a lot more than he does. He has the economy to support it. With these last couple Zealots, I think it would be a bad idea for Ruin to move in, and he is in fact just going to pull on back. Get ready for an attack in the future. And there's Ruin's little tiny wave of reinforcements. I don't know if he plans on attacking here. I'm still trying to figure it out. Ooh, he went for medevacs. That's gonna make this army way better. Medevacs, of course, are very, very important when you're facing off against Protoss. Not only because of the amount of units that they heal, and the fact that they heal units, but also because they give you that high ground vision that will allow you to snipe off Stalkers, even if there's force fields blocking you from getting up this ramp. And that is extremely important, plus the fact that you can do a little bit of an elevator drop and get your units in here, which actually provides, it makes it a bit awkward for the defense of the Protoss to really get through. And that would appear to be what's going to go on, just a one medevac drop. And this other observer, and this observer is kind of just chilling here, so he does see it coming. However, how does he plan on dealing with it? Because he can't really pull. He needs to pull just the right amount of units, and he's not pulling any units. No units is not the correct amount of units to CecilSunkure. And going on the offensive in a position like this, also not the right amount of units. These Terranians are just going to destroy. I don't know. That was not the best decision making ever. This factory is providing high ground vision, and it's going to be difficult for CecilSunkure to pick off. But again, no units, not the correct amount. It's definitely sub the correct amount. Why he's falling apart. I mean, I don't know why you would just let this 5-unit drop do so much damage to you when you have the units to deal with it. I guess he might just be a bit paranoid about, this group at his front. However, now he's going on the offensive, and I'm confused. I don't know why. Because Ruin is winning the game in this base. I mean, this is basically stopping Cecil from ever reinforcing Evering. He's just going for the base trade against the Terran when he doesn't have the tech to shoot down flaming buildings from the sky, and now he's just running the hell away, which of course is the right decision when all the SMEs get pulled like that, because the SMEs are such a good barrier of just meat shields. And some nice force fields letting him get some free units. However, I don't know, I mean, this drop is winning the game. I don't know why CecilSunkure didn't deal with that drop, because Ruin had 2 bases again, which of course is good. And it would appear that he's busting through. He's going for the offensive. He really needs a Guardian Shield. I would drop a Guardian Shield. He does not have enough energy for a Guardian Shield. That is not good. And CecilSunkure just got owned at the front of the base. That was... He probably... If you get dropped with 5 units, defend the drop. That's all I'm trying to say with this game. Defend the freaking drop. Because these 5 units carved out the base. Look at this. 11 kills. 6 kills. 5 kills. 7 kills. And 4 kills. I mean, that's a ridiculous drop. And if you guys want to check out any other Boisterous action, you can head over to youtube.com/user/BoisterousSC2. Now, of course, if you noticed a bit of a skip there, it was because my driver ran out of space, so I had to go back and make this new ending. And also, if you want your games commentated, you can send them on into boisteroussc2@gmail.com. And there will be a link to a Battle.net thread in the description for this video, so you can click on that, head on over to the Battle.net thread, post away about whatever you want. Preferably constructive criticism on my channel, or just mean criticism. I enjoy mean criticism. That's right. If you feel like being a troll, I will allow it. And that's all I have to say. There will be more news on the SC2 Clans League, which me and Kdoink are commentating. It starts May 7th, and that'll be coming up soon. So this is Boisterous, signing out.